was telling us how he cut practice off 10 to 15 minutes early the other day. Can you? So nothing stood out to you different about that practice? He said it was because it was so competitive. And he was happy. What do you remember from that?
Yeah, we've been having really short and hard practices. We've been going live a lot more, and that practice specifically, the competition level was just at a really high level, and he kind of just wanted to end it there. He started getting a little bit sloppy, and he didn't want to ruin it at the end, so he kind of just cut it short. But yeah.
What tells you that the competition level is just guys going baseline to baseline, or what's the biggest sign to you?
I think the biggest thing and the difference between past teams is the consistency of the competitiveness. It's every single day, every single drill, regardless of what we're doing, shooting drill, diving on loose balls. It's every single drill, and I feel like that's attributed a lot from the freshmen in their energy, and they bring that every single day.
Coach mentioned last week how much you've kind of developed into a leader for the team. How comfortable are you in that role this season?
I'm just comfortable because the guys, they let me, help them out. A lot of the guys in the past, I kind of, felt it was kind of weird, but in this, I feel at home with these guys. I feel like they're my family, and they're really easy to talk to, and they understand that everything's. I'm just trying to help them, and nothing's negative.
What's maybe some of the advice that you've tried to give them this year?
One of the biggest ones I feel like we're going to have to, I'm trying to reiterate today, is that we need to don't get so high. We're at a high right now, and it's very easy for us to just dip and then, go on a losing streak. So we just have to keep the level of competitiveness that you guys have been talking about and keep it consistent.
Do you remember some of the challenges that you faced early in your career, just in terms of adjusting to kind of the intensity in practice coming across the country, just sort of like handling all of that?
I think a big part of it was the different styles of basketball on the West Coast to East Coast, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to come here, was to get that East Coast edge. It's just the constant intensity that was the hardest thing for me. I'd have it one day and I wouldn't have it for the next 2-3 days, and that wasn't attributed to me not being able to. It was just me being young and not wanting to. And I feel like there's a big difference between what these guys are showing and what I did my freshman year, so I commend them a lot.
What's been the biggest benefit of having no midweek game this week for you? Just rest, kind of get back in the routine of the new semester, or what's it been?
Yeah, I think the huge thing was we got 2 days off, which was unheard of. But that's what happens when we go out and we do what Coach wants us to do, and he's going to reward us. So if we reward him doing the things he's asking us to do, then the same will come back.
Limiting them to 4 offensive rebounds, I mean, how much Coach has talked about how that's something that you guys really been working on. Did you feel like you guys really controlled that, or that you guys have been working on it?
Yeah, one of the big things that's been helping us in recent weeks with that is, finding a body. When that shot goes up, don't stare at the ball coming off. But what Coach has done is we've gone through practices, we've gone short and hard, and then he's used that extra 30 minutes that he usually would use on the court. We go watch that same practice upstairs, so it's fresh in our minds and we actually know what we're improving on. And when we do that on a daily basis, you could see improvement. I feel like that's the biggest thing for a lot of guys, is you need to see what's getting better and see, what's working. So.
Have you seen anything or noticed anything about Minnesota this season, either just kind of casually watch on TV or anything?
To be honest, I think that's the one team that I haven't watched. I haven't seen, but I heard that they're doing really well this year and they're trying to turn their program around too. So I feel like it'll be a good game.
Offense, scoring was a big part of Pat's kind of what he was talking about before the season.
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed it kind of revert to the mean in terms of his concentration on the defensive end of the floor?
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. He was so focused on the scoring, and we have a lot of talented people on the team, so the scoring will come from a lot of different places. And it's the one thing that needs to stay constant at all times, regardless of whether our shots are falling or not, is defense. And with a young squad, that kind of, nobody likes playing defense when they first come here. Nobody played defense in high school. So, I mean, yeah, I think that's, I personally saw it coming. I knew he probably did also, but he's, He was just, trying to pump up the offense, which has changed a lot over the years too. So.
How difficult is it to get those young guys kind of to make that mentality shift? Because I assume a lot of it is just wanting to do it.
Yeah. In the beginning, I feel like a lot of the captains were me, Terrence, and Shep, were trying to just nail it in their brains, like, this is what you need to do. And I feel like we all realized that we kind of just need to let that experience happen, let them, get more reps at defense. And then once you see what defense does, like in the Michigan State game, in the Rutgers game, it makes you want to do it more. And I feel like they're really mature in that aspect, that they understand that, and we don't have to tell them. There's obviously lapses. Everybody has lapses. I've been here 8 million years, and I still have lapses. Yeah, I just feel like they're doing really good.